I honestly don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Where is Angry Joe when you need him, because they done fucked it up. Hello and welcome. This is Vance from the ever popular web series of Warframe God Builds, and this is a total Plains of Eidolon rant. I'm just gonna go off. Why? Because I was so confident telling people, everybody and their grandma, that there was no way Digital Extremes could screw up Plains of Eidolon. And they done did it. They done screwed it up. I mean, overall, it's kind of a success. But then you start to look at, like, the tiny, minuscule details of it all. And then you realize, hey, this is kind of shitty. Where do I even begin? The demotion of content creators. Locking a captura scene behind a grind wall. Oh, what the fuck is that? Why? Why is that a thing? Why aren't captura scenes, like, almost immediately available to us? That way, you know, like, potential content creators can come out of the woodwork and further promote their game. They make it so you have to work and work and work until you can, like, do something YouTube related or machinima related. It's gonna be, I don't know how long before I can make a Gara trailer, specifically because I can't get to that captura scene, so I can't do anything content related with that. Never mind the fact that you can't put catalyst, color, or name your weapons from Hawk's Forge until you're max standing. I can't confirm that one for sure because I'm not even ready to do it. I just seen it on Quite Shallow's video and I thought to myself, wow, that's really fucking dumb. And then I seen the quills standing, which is even more retarded because it requires so much of those Eidolon pieces to get up to the max standing. And then on top of that, you have to have these amps and the pieces to them, which require some stupid resources. Like, if I just scroll down to my foundry and look at the Clapcrub brace, alright, well, the wisps, that's fine. 10 wisps, not a big deal. Fish oil, again, still not a big deal. But it's the mercury liver that's a problem. And I'll tell you why that's a problem, because you have to have an X amount of standing to get to the mercury bait. And then at that point, you're wasting your standing from the Plains of Eidolon just to get the bait for a chance to hook these fish out in the wild. And if you get them, then you can have the mercury liver, I suppose. But there's other pieces that require the mercury liver, so we have no idea how big of a grind that's gonna be. Now, if you're doing the bounties, and you're hoping for, like, a really, like, the highest tier reward you can get, the ones that are gold, forget about it. Just forget about it, because the drop rates are so low, you're gonna be grinding, like, for a full day. Like, you could be spamming that same bounty for an X amount of time, like 5 hours. Even though the bounties switch, you know, between that time, you could still be grinding that same style of bounty, that same level of reward, and not get shit. Why do I know that? Because I did that. I did that just last night, in fact, and I got shit. I was going for Gladiator. It's not Resolve. Finesse. I was going for Gladiator Finesse. Wasn't getting shit. And unlike the relics, which we can upgrade the rarity to, we can't upgrade the rarity for these bounties. There's no possible way. It's beyond dumb. But by far, the biggest fuck up and the biggest design flaw that they have put in the Plains of Eidolon, regardless of all the bugs and issues that we're running into, even though, you know, I felt like this update came out like 2 weeks premature because they really should have bug tested before they put this live. But regardless, the biggest flaw, in my opinion, is the fact that they have completely squandered the opportunity to make Archwing great again. As if Archwing ever was great again. Nobody really liked Archwing. They actively avoided it. And then when Sharkwing came out, we thought that it might be at least useful underwater. No, they made that painfully slow and dangerously difficult to fucking navigate under the water. Well, guess what? Archwing got shafted again here in the plains because first thing you gotta do when you open up the Plains of Eidolon, assuming this is your first time getting this update, you have to go into your dojo and you have to research a segment which you upgrade your foundry with. Okay, fine. Perfectly reasonable. Then, once you've upgraded your foundry, you have to have the 50 times Archwing launcher blueprint. So already it's starting to get a little bit ridiculous because you would think that this blueprint, even though it's reusable, that it would be an indefinite thing. That it would be something that you build once, it goes into your gear, and you can use it whenever. But no, it's limited. And that wouldn't be an issue if it weren't for the fact that after you actually deploy your Archwing, you can get shot out of it so goddamn easily because it doesn't account for your health, armor, shields, none of that. If you get so much as a sniper shot that hits you dead on, you're out of your Archwing. And the only way to deploy your Archwing once more is to then use one of those 50 Archwing launcher charges in your gear. It's limited. Now, I would understand if it were easy as hell for enemies to shoot you out if you had an unlimited access to your Archwing. But because we are limited to our charges, we should be able to stay on our Archwings indefinitely. And I know the exact state of mind Digital Extremes was in when they made this. They were thinking to themselves, we gotta limit people Archwing access because it would be overpowered. But it isn't! We're not allowed to use our Archwing weapons. We're only allowed our secondaries and our primaries. We can't even melee. If we try to melee, we fall out of Archwing completely. So, there's not a whole lot of primaries and secondaries that mesh too well with Archwing. So granted that there's that little fact right there, it makes it so Archwing's not overpowered. I mean, aside from using the Archoplasmor, which you have to get dangerously close to your enemies to hit with, or your lens, which runs out of ammo way too goddamn quick, it's really just not overpowered. And it really, really, really deserves another look at, because this is ridiculous. I have had the most fun with Archwing playing the Plains of Eidolon, but I am literally punished for doing so every time I load it up, because I get in and I'm almost immediately blown out of my Archwing, and then I'm reminded that if I try to go into Archwing again, I only have like 30 charges left before I have to craft more. It's stupid. We should have that gear indefinitely. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if we get knocked out of our Archwings, then we should be punished in some way. We should maybe, I don't know, be downed completely out of the sky. I mean, there's plenty of anti-air turrets that provide obstacles and challenges for us. People who prefer to play Archwing, but I just don't understand this design decision. It's fucking dumb, along with a lot of other things that they have locked behind a grind wall or a rarity wall, like an RNG grind fest bullshit. If it wasn't obvious to the community beforehand that they were trying to forcibly make us tired of RNG so that we would cave and buy platinum and then buy it off of other community members, then it should be obvious now. And I just know that as soon as I put out this video, there's gonna be one fuck wagon who goes into the comment section and just defends them, even though they have no right to do so, because they know just as well as I that they're getting screwed right up the pooper. You might as well just bend over and lube it up real good, because that's Digital Extremes just entering you from behind, and you must like it. I'm sure there's plenty of people who do, because there's gonna be a shit ton of them who come to my comments like they always do, because my Sissy Frame series is infamous for that. They, The community is torn 50-50. Half of them are agreeing with me, half of them are disagreeing with me, whereas I feel as though 100% should agree with me, because it's not like I'm shitting on this game. I mean, my content is 100% Warframe. The only success I have is with Warframe. Like, Warframe has made my channel big, so why would I actively shit on it? Why would I demote it? I claim that it's my favorite game. The only reason I'm making these complaints is because I want what's best for Warframe. I want it to be fun. I want it to be engaging. I want to see Warframe live long and prosper. So, I don't know why anybody jumps to the defense. It's not like I'm trying to shit on Warframe. I still love it. I still love the developers. I still get people to join the clan and join our lobbies, and I play with the community. I still do all that stuff. I still plan on doing Warframe God builds. Why would I actively shit on this? It doesn't make any sense to me that people get it in their head that I'm just out to get the devs, and I don't understand. So, before you comment, please just hear me out. Think about your precious friends who prefer to play Archwing, who prefer to use it as a means of transportation, not even to engage with, you know, just to get to and from, because it's easier than parkour. Level with us and try to understand from our perspective that this is really shit. This is pretty bad. Something needs to be done here. Alright, well, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm sure I could say so much more, but I'm all out of time. So if you like this video, you'll learn something from it. Do as I always encourage you to do. Smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and until the next time, this has been Vance, signing out. Peace.